Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi there, I am Piliswe Ngwenya. Please do subscribe, turn on notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I post a video. Every time I say the word notification, it's just a whole drama for me. I don't know why, especially when I want to say notification bell. But please do turn it on so that YouTube can notify you every time I post a video. So today's video is just like a sit down video. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my experience on Matric results upgrading, and yeah, man, it's gonna have pros, cons, my full-blown experience of how it happened, of how everything was, I guess, the whole experience for me. And what else? Yeah. So I think I should basically start where the whole story starts. So I matriculated in 2021, and then my matric results came back on the sometime 2022 January, though obviously 2022. And so because I had a very rough matric year, I honestly did not think that I was gonna make it. I just thought I was gonna fail matric completely. But then I remember how so because of that I started making plans. Like I started planning what's okay, next year I'm gonna go. My idea was not to upgrade, but my full-blown idea was that next year I'm gonna go and go back to school, like full-blown uniform vibes and stuff. So okay, fine, the day comes, matric results come, and I remember how scared I was to actually view my results, but I had no choice, so I did it. I viewed my results, and I remember I was like, what, a whole bachelor pass for the girl. I was like, a whole bachelor pass for the girl. And even till today it's still a shocker considering how hard my matric year was. So when I saw that, okay, fine, I got a bachelor pass, I was so happy. I went to school to collect my statement. And then when I collected my statement, I realized that, shit, this is where now the problem came, is that my APS, for what I've applied at universities, obviously, as much as I still felt as if I was not going to make it, I said to apply at universities. I mean, why not? So the problem came when I realized that my APS was literally 1 point short for me to be able to be considered for all the programs that I applied for at university. So then that's when I started to get rejects and stuff. So then I spoke to my mom about it, and my mom and my brother suggested that I do not go down full force, go to school uniform and all. But then they suggested that I upgrade my marks. They said to me I should upgrade a subject just to get the 1 point, but I ended up deciding on upgrading 3 subjects instead. Okay, that was just like a backstory of how I ended up upgrading. So now let's just talk about the the upgrading process itself, how I got there, which school I upgraded at, and all of that. So when I wanted to upgrade, I obviously had no plan because I've never done it before, and I did not know at that time, I did not know anyone who has upgraded before. So I didn't know where to go or what to do. So I spoke to my mom and I told her that, listen, I don't have a school where I can upgrade. I don't have any information on upgrading. So then luckily my mom's friend's kid had upgraded. And so then they shared the information on where she upgraded, and it was at Summit College at Pretoria. So then me and my mom drove to Pretoria to go and apply. And to be quite honest, when you're upgrading, you don't really need a lot. It's not like university applications and stuff like that, because to be quite honest, the only documentation I needed was, there was a form to sign. Obviously there was a form to sign, and I also needed, what was it? Is it my ID? A form to sign and my ID. And when it came to the fees, it was 800 rand per month. So when you think about it, I mean, it is bad, but it's not as uni bad, it's just like bad, but not that bad. So then I remember we went there, they gave us the form to sign, and I didn't sign it because when I got there, I instantly got all the thoughts that probably people who are watching this video want to upgrade are currently getting. The thoughts of, what if my marks don't get better, or the information that we are fed by media or fed by people around us about upgrading. I was like, oh my god, your marks will get worse, or it's not worth it, or no university will take you after doing it, or even the fear of upgrading at the wrong institution. Oh my god, I had that fear. I had that fear so much. I had that fear, the fear of upgrading at an institution that was not recognized by the Department of Education. Please, if you're gonna upgrade your marks, make sure that the institution you upgrade at is recognized by the Department of Education. When I finally registered to upgrade, classes had even already started, but then I finally took the decision. I was like, I kept having hope. I was like, okay, no, let me give it a week. Maybe some universities are still here to text me. Some universities are still here to email me. So let me give it a week. And then I gave it like a week or so, and then I saw that most, if not all, the universities I applied at were rejecting me, and I realized that I had no choice at this point. It's either that or I went to college. And personally, I didn't want to go to college. I have nothing against college, trust me, but I was just all over the place. You know, when you're just unsure of everything happening in your life, and you just like, but I don't want to go to college, I want to go to uni. And then that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade, I'm gonna do it, and I do not care who says what. So me and my mom went back the next week. Luckily, we arrived, and we didn't even know, but when we arrived there, it was the last day for registration. I arrived, and I was like, okay, no, I am signing up for this. And it was 2022, and so I signed up to upgrade. And I remember I started attending classes. So I was upgrading maths, physics, and business studies. So then I started upgrading, and when it comes to how my experience at Summit College was, okay, before I get to the experience, how things were actually done, it's the same as you at school. It's just that all of you guys are upgrading. You guys have classes, you guys have a timetable, you attend your, and also, the nice part also is that it's not like high school, you know, it's giving uni. You can have your hair however you want to have your hair, you can have your nails however you want to have your nails. You can, if you want to walk out of the class now, you can walk out of the class now, no one cares. It's like uni, it's just that you guys are not uning, you guys are just upgrading. And so that was basically how things were done. And then when it comes to the experience, I don't want to lie, I thought everything was going to be awkward, but then it wasn't, to be quite honest. I thought it was going to be awkward, and I was so like ashamed of myself. I was like, oh my god, like people will see me like this girl who's upgrading, nanani. But when I got there, I realized that no, all of us are actually upgrading. So really, the whole experience was pleasant. I met the most amazing people ever, one of which is still like a friend of mine. Like, we are very, very close, and that's where I met her, and it was a very pleasant experience. What else happened? Obviously pleasant, yet not so pleasant. For example, I really struggled with understanding the maths teacher. I struggle with understanding the physics teacher. The only teacher that I really understood was my business studies teacher, and we even got so well along. Like we got so like this. It was me, him, and my other girly, my other academic girly. We were just always like this. And that is why my business studies marks, upgraded marks, they tell you exactly the relationship between me and my teacher. It was really amazing. And to be quite honest, the teachers there, kwabona, they do not look down on anyone. They do not look down on you, on anyone whatsoever. And here's the catch about Summit College. The catch is that it's a proper school. There's like grade 1 to it starts from grade 1 until 12. So where we were upgrading, they were it was a high school. It's the high school part. So even though we kept coming in contact with and obviously the other kids can see that you're upgrading because you're the one not wearing a uniform and they're wearing a uniform. But even though we basically learned in the same spaces with them, we came across them so much. Even when we were writing exams, we wrote in the same rooms with them, the matriculants. Like, no one bullied anyone. I'm really sorry about that. I had to take a call, actually. Okay, but it's fine. I had to take a call. So basically, as I was saying, that no one bullied anyone. Like, Ngatini, the spotlight doesn't shine on you because you're grading. No, like, And I'm actually saying this because when I was about to upgrade, I felt like the spotlight would shine on me. I felt like the whole world would see it. And for me, it was a rather embarrassing aspect. But I want to say it now and today and here that there's really nothing embarrassing about upgrading. And to be quite honest, let me stop trying to be a motivational speaker here. But to be quite honest, you're doing a good thing for you and your future. Now, I will start talking about the pros and the cons, basically. The pros, obviously one of the biggest pros is that your marks will definitely improve. And then another pro is that you get an opportunity to meet really cool people, new people, and cool people, some people that are even better than your high school, than the people you had in your high school. And then another pro is that you basically, it's not high school, you basically leave as if you are in uni. You get to do whatever you want to do. If you want to leave, you can leave. So you basically start your journey to independence, basically. And what other pro is there? Oh, another pro that is there is that you just get to work harder. To be quite honest, you just get to work harder. I mean, I realized how, as much as I said I had a rough grade 12 matric year, but I was also not putting in the vibes, But then in 2022, when I was upgrading, I felt like this is my chance, I felt like, so I was working really hard. And another pro, I think with the pros and cons is genuinely just it differs with how your experience was. To be quite honest, there's no cons in terms of the marks itself. I think the biggest con could be your marks getting worse, because we have to be honest. We can't just act as if once you upgrade your marks really. No, obviously there is a chance and a possibility of your marks getting worse, but I do not think that is because you upgraded, but rather that is because of how much work you are putting in yourself. Because upgrading is like the same thing. You have extra classes, like it's the same thing as Matric. You have extra classes. The teachers put in the same effort. There's literally no difference in how the teachers treat you guys, but what has to differ is your effort. The effort that you put in Matric should not be the effort that you put in when you're upgrading. You should be putting in a better effort when you're upgrading. So in terms of whether your marks go up and down, that really just depends on you, to be quite fair and honest. That really just depends on you. And I would also suggest that when you decide to upgrade, because what I did a lot last year is why am I saying last year? Last year was 2023, girl. What I did a lot in 2022 when I was upgrading, I invested in watching YouTube videos of like educative YouTube videos. Like you have Uncle Nkosi, I think, is it Mlungisi Nkosi? Yes, Mlungisi Nkosi. I watched a lot of his videos. I'll put the links to YouTube channels that I used to watch when I was upgrading. But I think the biggest problem that I encountered when I was upgrading has to be the little voices and demons that talk to you in your head, that tell you that, oh my God, you will not make it out of this. Oh my God, you're a failure. I struggled till today. Actually, I still struggle a lot with the fact that I was a year behind with going to uni. And so, but I'm getting better with getting used to it. But at that 2022, I was at my worst with that. Like every day I'd always compare myself to my age mates and be like, listen, girl, when you're go uni, you're gonna be a first year when you're 20, and when your age mates are gonna be like in second year, all of that rubbish. But then, to be quite honest, if you ever experience that or get that those kind of voices or those kind of thoughts, do not pay attention to them. Do not pay attention to them. They're lying to you. They're not lying to you. Yes, you're gonna be first year when you're 20, but they're lying to you. You're doing something good and you will succeed. Yes, you will succeed. So now I need to get this video done. Hey, it's been happening. It's been forever. Hey. So now let's talk about my results, because I'm pretty sure when you're watching an upgrade video, you want to know about the person's results. So let's talk about my results. So 2023, 21st January, we're getting our results, right? And it was 12 a.m. in the morning. I was checking on online platforms, and then I did not get my results there. So let me tell you guys something. If you're gonna upgrade, be ready that you have to go to the school that you're upgrading at physically to get your results. You do not get your results online. So I had to go to Summit College physically to get my results, and I remember I had no data. This one is now the guys, this is the hottest part of the story time. So I had no data, and I was waiting in a long line to get my statement. So my brother calls me after for sure an hour of sitting in that line, and I was so nervous because people were coming out with their statements and they were not smiling whatsoever. So my brother calls me, and so when he calls me, he's like, "Have you checked your emails?" I'm like, "My emails? No. What's happening in my emails?" And he just laughs. He's like, "Oh, you gotta check your emails." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll check my emails." And then, but I tell him that I don't have data, so I'll just check my emails when I'm done taking my statement. So it's fine. I collect my statement and I go over to my mom's place to ask her to please buy me data, or better still, hotspot me. So when I get there, okay, I get my statement, and then when I get my statement, I see business studies. I'm like, my business studies marks were the best thing ever. And then when I saw my maths marks had gotten higher with 11%. And then when I saw my physics marks only went high literally with only 3%. What in the world? But I don't blame anyone. I just blame myself because I didn't like physics anyways. So, but then in terms of business, it was like a whole 28% increase. It was like, okay, I should probably be a businesswoman. It was that vibe. So fine, I take my results. I'm all happy with my friends. We're like, yay, we're excited. And as soon as I get my statement, message from UJ rejects me. I'm like, I just upgraded. I just got my statement and you're just rejecting me. And I felt like all hope was lost. But then I was like, no, let me go and check my emails as my brother suggested. So I go to my mom and I open and I check my emails. And I realize that, wait a minute. Did UCT just accept me? Like, wait a minute. And as much as I did not end up going to UCT because of I didn't have funding, and so my mom couldn't afford UCT fees. But I mean, I feel like that should tell you to go upgrade those marks. Because let me tell you what, with my marks, as much as I was 1 point short, if I forced and applied at other universities, even if I applied at UCT, my marks were not going to take me there. I was like, okay, UCT accepted me, okay. And then, so after that, later on, then came in the acceptance letter from Rhodes University. I was like, ooh, okay. Now I have two options here. At the end of the day, I had to go with Rhodes University because their fees, my mom felt like she could afford their fees better than UCT fees. But I think this is where the video ends. That is my experience. That is my upgrading experience. And if you ask me, I would literally say, go and upgrade those marks. And I do not know in terms of rewriting, because there's a difference between upgrade and rewriting. So I do not know in terms of rewriting because I've never done that. But then in terms of upgrading, I would definitely say go and upgrade. 1 year. It's just 1 year. Trust me. And a year goes by so fast. You definitely can afford 1 year. You can afford to just take that 1 year and get your marks better in order for you to apply and get into the spaces that you want to get into. So I think it ends there. I don't have advice. The only advice I have is go and upgrade those marks, girlie. You're gonna get to UCT. Not just girly boy, whatever you are. Go and upgrade because you are gonna get into UCT. That's the only motivation, the only whatever that I have for you, that go and upgrade those marks and put in better effort than you did in your matric year, because if you don't, then you will not see any difference. So yeah, I think this is where my upgrade story, this is where this video ends, and I hope it does help you in making the decision of whether you should upgrade or not? I think you should. If you're not happy, I think you should. But okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and bye. See you guys in my next video.